Good morning, everyone, or I should say good afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. So thank you for coming to the orientation today. So thank you, Terry, for introducing everybody or introducing us. My name is Matthew Kwakish. I am the campus director for Mississauga. I'm going to take this chance to introduce the campus associate director, Amrit, who will be presenting today with me.
Hi, everyone.
Awesome. Now you will see other people throughout the orientation, or you will be seeing replies from them. Some advisors who you'll be getting to meet will be responding to your questions that you will send in the Q&A box. You'll also be hearing from our principal, John Wu. He'll be giving you a nice welcome message shortly. So this orientation is for 3 programs: the Computer Systems Technician Networking Program, the Social Service Worker and Gerontology Program, and the Data Analytics or Business Program. So welcome.
All right, so as Matthew mentioned, welcome to the St. Clair College at Acumen orientation for this spring semester. So St. Clair College of Applied Arts and Technology is a public college that's located in Windsor and Chatham, Ontario, Canada. So St. Clair College refers to these licensing agreements as St. Clair College at Acumen Toronto and St. Clair College at Acumen Mississauga. So I'm going to pass it to our principal, John Wu at St. Clair College at Acumen for a welcome speech. John?
Okay, thank you, Amrit. Well, welcome. Welcome to join St. Clair College ACE Acumen programs, my dear students. And welcome, and that there are a lot of excitements and good learnings are awaiting you guys. All right, so at this time, and I want to have 3 important points. In particular, I want to send you as a gift. All right, okay. My first point is please follow up with the Canadian law and our college's policy. Let me give you an example. All right, so if you know that the traffic regulation is allow you to drive 50 kilometers, right? Okay, and then that's the speed limit. Don't drive speedy. Okay, so that's the law, and otherwise you will pay the price for it. And as all of you are international students, and so it's mandatory for you come to attend the classes based on the schedules. So if you skip over the classes, and then you will pay the price for it. So that's why attendance is mandatory for all of you. So please bear in mind, follow up with the college's policies. Be a good student. This is number 1. And number 2, and I want to remind you, is pick up the good habits. I know that most of you are right now living in Canada, right, in the Great Toronto area. So, and my advice is like, at this time, you need to learn to take good care of yourself. Okay, you are an adult. You are not a child anymore. So you are away from home. So you need to pick up the good habits of 3 meals, eat regularly, and I have a good sleep, enough sleep, okay? And maintain your good physical and mental health. This is crucial for your academic success. The last point I want to give you that gift is get along well with your student advisors and get along well with your subject teachers. They all are here to help you for your academic success. So if you have any questions or if you have any discussions, and feel free to approach them and to listen to their advice. And I'm sure that they are all experienced advisors and teachers, and they will help you to achieve your goal and get your Canadian Ontario College diploma with academic success. So these are the 3 points. Bear in mind. Number 1, follow up with the Canadian law and the college's policies. Number 2, pick up good habits. Number 3, get along well with your student advisors and your teachers. So, and that will guarantee, basically, as long as you follow up with that, that will guarantee that your academic success with your Ontario Public College diploma. Thank you, and wish all of you the best. Thank you.
Thank you, John, for that valuable information and advice. All right, so Matthew had previously mentioned that he is our campus director for the Mississauga campus, and I am the associate campus director of our Mississauga campus. So though you will not be physically present on campus for the spring semester, we want you to know that we're still here to support and guide you throughout your first semester at St. Clair College at Acumen. So our ACE Acumen website is always a great resource to refer to if you have any questions. However, your advisors, myself, and Matthew are always here to help you. Terry, did you want to introduce yourself really quickly?
Yes. Hello, everyone. My name is Terry. I work for the St. Clair College Acumen as a registrar. I've been me and my team can help you with yours. Have a great start in the first semester. You will receive the email from admissions and registrar. That's all from us. Thank you.
Thank you, Terry. Before I go forward, I know the Q&A is available to ask questions. However, I recommend that you listen throughout the webinar because the questions that you are asking will be answered. So please wait until we're done the webinar to ask any of your questions.
So this slide, we're going to be talking about when the classes start, as that's probably one of the most important things we're all interested in knowing. So the classes will be beginning on Monday, May 9th, 2022. So that's this coming Monday. It will be running for 15 weeks and the semester will end the last day on August 19th of 2022. So for everyone in this orientation for first semester, you will be doing online delivery. So important things you need to do. You need to answer the virtual orientation spring 2022 questionnaire. There are videos in there that you will need to watch. There will be a hidden word, I believe we're still doing that you need to answer. So please pay attention to the video and watch the video. There's a lot of good information. You will have a student contract that needs to be signed by all of you. That'll be sent to you in the first couple of weeks of the semester. And you will need to upload your study permit to your MySIS account only if you have arrived in Canada.
Matthew, did you want to touch base on this as well? Because this is what you were covering regarding the video codes and the Google questionnaire form that students have to complete.
I can, thank you. So the welcome email. So in there are going to be some questions and there are going to be a number of videos. In the video, there's going to be embedded a code. If you do not watch the video, you will not be able to see that code and then you will not be able to move on in the questionnaire. So please, when you are reading this email, open it up, take your time and follow through every single part of it. The benefit of doing that is you're going to read a lot of important information. You're going to read about policies. You're going to read about Google Classroom, which you will all be using. You're going to be meeting different staff. You're going to be reading a lot of important information that are going to help you in your initial time studying online and set you up for success once you arrive. So now that the questionnaire is opened up, this is what it's going to look like. Okay, so you're going to need to fill out the questionnaire. Your St. Clair College email, your information. Your personal email address. We do need a record of all this information so we're able to contact you later.
So Matthew, let me explain this questionnaire for every student.
Please.
So if students choose you're currently outside of Canada, so based on your visa status, we understand you don't have your visa approved yet. So in this case, the students has the option to defer the semester to next one, which is the spring 2022 intake, fall intake. just want to make sure you have the valid visa, then you can start your program. But student also, you have the option, you could continue your study during your visa processing. This question gives you a choice if you want to choose yes or no, if you would like to defer or continue your program. For the better connections, we ask students to upload your WhatsApp number for our contact information. Since you're overseas, email is mainly contact method, but we want you to have your WhatsApp as a backup. In the slide, you can choose your program. If you do have your visa rating, if students plan to travel to Canada, you can click yes. We're asking students to provide your current visa status. If you're approved, ready to travel, approved, not plan to travel, visa result in the pending, or you may have, unfortunately, visa refused. The question here asks students if you already received the login information to Sinclair College portal, which called My SS account. You will able to log in this account to check your timetable, to download your enrollment letters, to update your personal information. This account will be handled by Sinclair College IT department. You can tell us yes or no if you are able to log in. About the video calls, thank you, Matthew, mentioning in the previous topic. You will see their video names, academic classroom policy, student services, and my Sinclair College account guide. In the playlist you received in your welcome email, which including those 3 videos, we recommend students to watch the video with no skip and to understand the information. If you have a question, you can ask, and in the video, you will see the hidden video code. Then you can put the video code here to submit. Then we can know you has been complete your video, you watch your video. Thank you. Let's get back to the PowerPoint. Right, here we go.
Thank you, Terry. So will classes be online or face-to-face? So all programs at St. Clair College at Acumen will be delivered online for the spring 2022 semester. So online delivery of your program will require you to access your courses and receive assignments, announcements, your exams, all through Google Classroom. So we do not use Blackboard. We only use Google Classroom. And I know many of you will have questions regarding this. So I'm going to repeat it again. We will not be using Blackboard, only Google Classroom. You will receive your class schedule and your Google Classroom codes from your advisor to your MySCC and your personal email by the end of this week, Friday the latest. So please make sure that your MySCC email is all set up, because that's where you will receive all your important information. As soon as you get your Google Classroom codes and your class schedule, make sure that you join your classes before the start of classes, which is May 9th. The following videos are a great resource to learn everything about Google Classroom, how to join Google Classroom, how to set up your Google account using your college email address or even your personal email address, how to submit assignments or exams on Google Classroom through your computer as well as your mobile devices. So please spend some time watching the following videos. You will receive a welcome email from your advisor with the links to all these videos so that you are well prepared for the spring semester.
So some of you may be asking, I don't have my St. Clair One access yet. Some of you may already have it. So what's important to know is the new identity management system is branded St. Clair One. This will allow students like yourself to have access to all the college resources that are made available by St. Clair College. So you have all been registered. You should have received an email to the email address that was on your application. It is very important that you guys all have access to that. In that email, there's going to be an email from St. Clair College that looks just like this. It's going to have your initial account login information. You're going to need to go on to the St. Clair College website, go to My SIS, and you're going to need to input the information in the email. It's going to ask you to create a new password. Please follow that step, and then you'll be able to access your SIS account. This is very important. I want to say this again. All of your enrollment letters, information regarding your tuition, viewing your grades, your transcripts, uploading your study permit, any overpayments, everything important that you're going to be asking about or dealing with is going to be done on your SIS. So if you haven't already accessed it, and usually a lot of students have, please go into your email address and look for this email and get using your SIS account. It's very important. So if you have not received it already, or you are having trouble logging in, you're going to need to contact the IT help desk at main campus. Terry did mention that earlier. At Acumen, we do not control your SIS account, unfortunately. That is done by main campus. So if you are having trouble, you will be receiving this PowerPoint, but this is where you go to fill an IT ticket. It's going to ask you for your student number, your name. It's going to ask you for an explanation of the problem. Please fill out the information. You will receive an email letting you know that your ticket has been received, and then you will be receiving a reply from the IT department to solve your problem. It is important that you actually fill out the information so you get a response to your problem. Thank you, Teresa and Terry, for showing this. So this is what it looks like. Okay, you can even call. The number is there. I recommend you call early, call around 9 o'clock, and you're going to be on hold, so you're going to need to be patient. However, that is what the ticket looks like. First name, last name, your student ID number, your email, you are a student, and then describe your issue. The most common one, sir or ma'am, I don't have access to my SIS account. Please help. Make sure you're doing that if you have any problems.
Terry,
Terry?
can I pass this to you to explain further, please?
Yes, I can cover this part. As a first semester student, as we mentioned this earlier, you may have your visa approved already. However, you may not. You're still waiting for your visa result. I want to let everyone know our refund policy and deferral policy. So, for some reason, if your visa got refused, unfortunately, and the student has two options. If you have option to defer your admission to next following intake, which is a fall intake, I believe. You can get new offer letters, and you can transfer the fee you have paid for spring to next intake fully. Option 2, the students has option to refund the full tuition fees based on the visa refuse letters status. The college will fully refund you paid tuition fee, only deduct the 125 application fees. So which means during your study, you study in the first week, you study in the midterm, or by final, if you receive your visa refuse the letter, the status, you can apply your refund. College will refund your tuition fees. This is only based on your visa refuse the status. And none of those two options will be affect your academic. If you decide to defer to next intake, the academic record will be wiped out. If you decide you refund your tuition fee and withdraw from the college, your academic record will be wiped out. This will be not affect your visa application. Yep, that's it. Let me move next page.
Thank you, Terry. So I'll be going through the pre-departure and arrival information, as many of you may be overseas right now. So if you plan to travel to Canada, please note that there are travel protocols that are put in place by the Government of Canada. Before you depart your home country, please make sure you have the following 3 documents: your passport, your letter of acceptance, and your letter of enrollment. Your letter of enrollment can be available on your SIS for you to download so that you have a hard copy, and I recommend keeping an electronic copy when you're traveling. In addition to the 3 documents, prior to traveling to Canada, please make sure you visit the website that's indicated on the screen carefully to make sure that you are complying with all federal government restrictions. Now, many of you may be planning to travel throughout the spring semester as you are receiving your visas. As we had mentioned earlier, your classes will be held online for the entire spring semester, and classes will be held asynchronously, meaning your lectures will be pre-recorded where you can view at your own time. That said, if you intend to travel to Canada during the semester, please be proactive and do not travel during midterm exams or final exams, as they have very strict submission deadlines. Same can be said with your assignments. Always make sure that you submit your assignments on time before you are traveling. I also recommend you all to take a look at the syllabus that will be posted in your Google Classrooms for each of your classes and pre-plan your trip accordingly. Now, if you have any questions regarding the travel protocols or when you can travel, please type them in the Q&A and I'll be happy to answer. Thank you.
Student.
All right.
No, go ahead.
Sorry.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to be talking about the student services and just some of the things that we offer to all of our students. So every student in each section will be assigned an advisor who will be available to support and answer any questions you may have throughout the semester. They will also be checking attendance and following up with you if you have any missing assignments or missing exams. They will also be available to connect with you with your teachers about questions that you may have regarding your specific classes. So you will be receiving your class schedule, your Google Classroom codes, and the welcome email from your advisor to both your MySCC email as well as your personal email that we have on file. Like I mentioned previously, this will be sent to you by the end of this week. So make sure that you are checking your inbox and that you join your classes prior to the start of classes, which is May 9th. All of the information regarding your classes will be indicated on your class schedule. You'll notice that there are no set times on your schedule because your classes are not live. So on your schedule, instead of a time, you will see 3 hours. This is because of the time difference and to accommodate you. You will also be responsible for logging into your Google Classroom, watching the recorded lectures, checking any announcements that are posted by your teacher or your advisor, and also submitting all assignments and exams by the deadline. I highly recommend you read the course syllabus for each of your classes so that you are aware of the deadlines in advance. So your student advisor can help you with any information outside of the classroom, such as the services we offer. Advisors cannot answer any questions about assignments, but they can help you connect with your teachers. So if you have any questions or if you have any concerns, feel free to contact your advisor and they will support you and redirect you in the right way. We are also encouraging students to use their MySCC email, as that is where all the important information from both Acumen and St. Clair College are sent to. So one of the first things that you should be doing is setting up your MySCC email and checking it frequently throughout the spring semester. In terms of classroom behavior and student code of rights and responsibilities, we do have a policy that requires students to be respectful to students, to staff, and to your teachers, and making sure that you do not break any of the rules and regulations when you are on campus or even in the classroom. So when you receive your class schedule, it is important that you join the correct classes and section that you have been assigned to. If you are joining other sections and submitting work, that work will not be graded and you could risk failing the course and the class. So make sure that you join the correct Google Classroom based on the schedule you receive from your advisor. Students must also use their real name in Google Classroom, the name that's on your enrollment letter or that we have on our registration list. If you use a name that is not your real name and we do not have record of, your teacher and advisor will not recognize you and you will be removed and your assignments will not be graded. So please make sure you join your Google Classroom with your real name. Matthew, I'll pass it over to you now.
Thank you, Emmerich.
So Matthew, I know the teacher require a pattern of the student's name in the Google Classroom. So I gave the example Ashdeep Singh with the student ID. So I want to give a demonstration to the student. Would you please let me know what's the pattern the instruction looking for?
So instructors are looking for your first name, your
Ashdeep?
last name, and the last 3 digits of the student ID. So in this case, 345. This is the format that you should be using when joining all of your Google Classrooms. Why we require you to use the last 3 digits of your student ID number is because multiple students may have the same name. So your advisor and your instructor can identify you easily when you do use this format that's written on the screen. So again, use your first name, your last name, and the last 3 digits of your student ID number.
And this information will be also sending to the student's email along with a Google Classroom code, your timetable, with your program advisor's email by end of this week. All right.
The next topic that we wanted to cover are textbooks, e-library, and rentals. So for all of you who are here today, you are learning online. In the welcome email, there's going to be a point regarding e-resources. So your textbooks are now, with technology, with the internet, all available with e-resources. That means you can purchase an electronic copy online. So there will be links to websites where you can purchase those electronic copies. But I recommend that once your class starts, you speak with your instructor, listen to the recordings, and see what they are telling you in regards to accessing the textbooks. That is very important. Your instructor may decide to provide you with the information. They may tell you you need to purchase this, so please follow their direction. However, like we've been saying a number of times, please read the welcome email, read all the information, go through it slowly, and if you have any questions, ask your advisor in the first week. That way, you will know what's going on. Student ID cards. Once you arrive to Canada, you will be able to come to campus. There will be a survey or a questionnaire that will be sent to you where you will be asked to put your personal information, your student number, and upload a headshot of your face. That photo will be used to print on your student ID card, which you'll be able to pick up once you arrive to Canada and you come on campus. So please look for that email, check your emails, and you'll find it. We do have a lot of fun stuff that happens on campus, especially now. Thankfully, we're moving away from COVID, and hopefully we continue to stay away from it. We do have a lot of fun activities and events happening. So in your emails, you will receive a monthly activity calendar. So every month we have different activities depending on what's going on. You know, we have different holidays: Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, Mother's Day, the holiday time, Christmas time, Diwali, Ramadan, a lot of different things. We do go out, we do go on trips, we go to Blue Jay games, we will go to maybe Canada's Wonderland. So there's a lot of fun stuff that's going to be happening. All that will be promoted on the college campus, but it's also going to be sent to your emails. So that's why it's a very good idea to be responsible and to be diligent. Check your emails, see what's going on, be informed, and ask questions. There's also going to be workshops on career supports, workshops on academics, workshops on life skills, and other topics, mental health, some more fun topics, some quizzes. You will be getting chances to win prizes. So that's why it's very important to stay up to date with the information. On to a more serious topic, exams. In the welcome email, you're going to be seeing the exam regulation policy. I do recommend you read that. If you read it, you will be aware of what the rules are when it comes to exams. Your exams are done by only you. Your teachers will have policies, they'll have rules. When you're in the building, you're not allowed to have your phone on you. Your phone shouldn't be with you when you're writing the exam. You shouldn't be talking when you're writing the exam. You shouldn't be writing anything on your hand when you're writing the exam. There are a lot of strict rules that you need to read about, learn about, ask questions about, and follow. If you do not follow the exam policy when it comes to cheating, you will receive a 0 on the assignment or the exam, and that will increase the chances of you failing the course. And if you fail the course, you will have to pay for it again, and that can be quite expensive. I don't want any of you to have to go through that. I want to touch on plagiarism. Plagiarism is an important thing when you're studying in Canada. When you are writing anything that you're submitting for an assignment for your exam, it must be your own work. That means you cannot go on the internet and copy something that you see. That means you cannot sit beside your friend and copy their answer. If you do that and you are caught, again, you will receive a 0, and that will make a high chance that you will fail your course. Please make good decisions, make smart decisions, and be a responsible student. Now, sometimes we do need help. I need help sometimes. We all need help. If that's the case, please feel free to ask for that help. Something that we have is free peer tutoring. So we do hire students in third and fourth semester who have a minimum requirement for their GPA, showing that they're responsible and they've done good and they are good role models in those classes. Those students will be offering tutoring to students who need support. That is free. What you'll need to do is, if you do think or you feel that you need that support, you will be able to sign up for it, and you'll be able to attend online tutoring sessions as well. Finally, we do have career services. This is something that we're very proud of. We will be supporting you once you arrive to Canada, because the career services are here, to look for part-time work, to look for full-time work, to work on your resumes, which can be a tricky but simple task, and to work on your interview skills. I think the most important thing here that I want all of you to know is career searching involves learning and it involves networking. So please don't be shy when you arrive to Canada. We're all here to help you. We're all here to talk. We're all here to share the information that we have and make your lives easier and better, as long as you all are responsible and good students. And please, like Amrit said, you can visit the Canada Acumen website where you'll see information about all of this.
These will be the fun parts. We see a lot of questions in the Q&A, and our co-host, the panelists, you can open your mic, you can pronounce the student's question, and we can answer here on live.
Terry, I'll go first.
Sure.
There's a question here about attendance, where attendance will be taken and who will take the attendance. So like we had mentioned throughout this orientation webinar, your classes are online. Your classes will be held asynchronously, meaning that you'll receive recorded lectures in Google Classroom. There will be no live lectures. That said, your attendance will be taken through assignment submission. So if you are submitting your assignments on time in Google Classroom, that's how your instructor and your advisor will be taking your attendance. If you are seen as missing assignments by your advisor or your instructor, you will receive an email from them reminding you that you have a missing assignment and that you need to follow up with your instructor on how to make up that assignment. So in regards to attendance, as long as you're submitting assignments, that is how your attendance will be taken.
Let me answer one question with my screen, show screen. Is everyone seeing the email, right? This is a welcome email we sent to the students on April 29. So I see from the question, students didn't receive this email. First of all, I want you to go check your junk mails. And by the time April 29, you should have received the email. And in this email, general information are provided, and this webinar information is provided. And in here, click here, you'll be able to see the questionnaire. By clicking the link. Click this again, you will be able to see the questionnaire. Then you can feel free answer the questions, provide your information to the college. This email also having these two webinar information. That's why we have 350 students here. The attachment for your reference and some key contact information. There are many attachments for you, for your resource, you can take a look. Especially, these documents let you know how to use your Sinclair account. Once you log in my SIS, you are able to use your college email by clicking this webmail button. You can able to access your personal information by editing the IS home. Also, a very good point for your My ISS portal, you have the Microsoft 365. You can use that as long as you enroll students. This is free for you to use. You can edit your work. You can use Excel as well. Here's the content. You can click to looking for the subject you're looking for. I see one student ask how to upload start permit. If you click, it goes to the page step by step, show you how this working, how this your account works. All right, I hope this is really helpful tool, and everybody should read and understand this information. Yeah, let me back here. We can go for next. Anyone have a question, want to answer? Please feel free. Class schedule. When we will receive the class schedule? Once again, in the information we provide to you, your program advisor will be sending you another email by end of this week with your timetable, with your Google Classroom code. And this weekend, you can able to set up your Google Classroom and join the classroom in order to have your next week, your program start. Please check both your college email and your personal email. The tricky one, so some students says my personal email is doesn't show here. So the personal email the college has is when you applied your program, when you provide your information to your recruiting agent, the email which you use there, that will be the email we can see. So please make sure to check that email, because I understand students has multi emails. You don't check the email you usually use, you check the email which you applied to the college. student ask if you can do a defer or intake to next intake. I would say based on your reference, if you would like to defer to next intake and your visa still in pending, you can feel free to let your agent know. Your agent can apply for you. Then we can see from our portal. Any other questions from your end? Matthew, Amit, any other panelists?
Terry, I'm currently answering the questions on the Q&A, so for now, no.
Anything you want to share with everyone?
I did want to add that it's recommended that everyone has a computer when you are completing your studies. I know you can access Google Classroom through your phone, but in order to be successful, you should have a computer. Now, St. Clair College does offer its students free access to Office 365, which is Microsoft. So you will receive all of that information in your welcome email from your advisor on how to access Office 365 and to download it on your computer.
Let me answer one more question. Students asking about if the visa refused after 2 months class starts. And students, yes, you will able to defer your admission to next intake with full tuition fees, or you could get a full refund from the college. Yes, the answer is positive. And one more thing, I think we need to let students know, as a college and the Ministry of Ontario decide just from September intake, the college will be run fully in person. We understand many of you are studying overseas and you don't have your visa yet. But from September, once you turn to the next intake, the college will be require you to have an in-person class in Canada, which means once you have your visa approved during the semester, please plan to travel to the Canada to continue your September intake in Canada in person. Some students may have a question, if I don't have the visa on time, how the students resolve the issue? The college would recommend you withdraw second semester and wait for your visa. It may come by September, October, maybe November. Then plan your travel, come to January 2023, then continue your second semester. That will be correct. Is that correct, Matthew and Amri? I thought that's important to the students, provide those information.
Yes, that's correct, Terry.
There's a question I'd like to, oh, sorry, Terry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, there's a question that I want to answer that's very important. When you're completing your classroom assignments or your exams, you cannot get help, and you cannot have somebody do the work for you. You can discuss, you can talk about the assignment. You can share your ideas with each other. That's okay, that's encouraged. But when you're writing the answer, you cannot copy their words. It is very important. I hope we all understand this. It is okay to share ideas. It is okay to discuss. We learn together. But when you write down the words of the work on your paper, on your screen, they need to be your own words. So you can get help, but the work has to be your own. If you are writing down someone else's work and you are caught, your teacher finds out, you will receive a 0. I hope that's clear. Terry, I also want to touch on PC requirements. For networking and for data analytics, you all need to go on to the St. Clair College website, check your specific program, and check the requirements for electronic devices. You will find all information regarding any requirements for laptops on their website. There is specific requirements for data analytics laptops, so I recommend that you go on the website and check for yourself.
I see students ask how to upload the study permit. Study permit will be the piece document the Immigration Canada gave to you by arriving Canada. Once you arrive Canada, you can upload your study permit to your My Sinclair portal. And again, one more thing, if the students, I hope not any one of you have received the visa refuse letter, you could immediately update to your program advisor with your name, student ID, and you can let us know if you wish to deferral or you wish to refund. Attach your visa refuse letter to your program advisor. College will have those in the record for the future reference.
So there's a question here regarding where or which is my college email inbox. Your college email, which will have my SCC at the end. That is found once you log in to your SIS system. Once you log in, there's going to be a screen with many buttons. There are green buttons. One of them is going to say college webmail. You click that, it'll take you to your college email. And regarding scholarships, once a year, Acumen does award scholarships to its students. Every year, you will receive that application in the month of October and November. So that is why I say, please check your emails. All of this important information is going to be communicated to you, but you need to be responsible to read your emails. So yes, there is a scholarship. Please follow your emails. In the month of October and November, the application will be made available.
A question to data analyze. Does the data analyze has a placement? I don't think so. Is it right?
No.
No placement.
Please, everyone, read the website, read the college website, St. Clair College website, and the Acumen website. Search for your program, and you will find all information about the laptop requirements if they exist. Please go on to St. Clair College website.
A student asked, is it important to defer the second semester after first one? If they don't get a visa, I say it will be mandatory because all the college program will be running by in-person. Without your visa, you cannot be in Canada. So you have to defer your the semester to the next intake to give extra time to receive your visa and travel to Canada. I think that will be the answer for the students if the visa running really late.
Terry, I will answer this. Somebody's asking about career services. I want to make this clear. When you guys arrive to Canada, please don't be shy. Like I mentioned, talk to us, ask us. For career services, we will be able to speak to you about building your resume. We'll provide you with the basic skills. We'll guide you through creating it. But that's if you come and you work with us. So if you're willing to work on it, we're willing to help you. So please, when you arrive, come and ask about the career services. We can help you build your resume. We can help you get interview skills. So we can help you be ready to be successful if you do attend interviews and when you are searching for jobs. So the key thing is, don't be shy. Please ask when you arrive. We will be able to help you with your resumes. And we do have sports. Again, once you arrive, talk to us, ask us. Don't be shy.
As I see you answered this question already, but I want to reiterate. Students ask, may we take someone help in doing assignment from others? Answer is no. You do assignment by yourself. Your study, your career, and you control it. Don't let someone take it. All right? It's your responsibility.
There is a question about drops, which I'm really happy to answer this during every orientation. There are no drops. You are studying 4 semesters in a row. There are no drops. That's a simple answer.
Student ask if without visa, can I attend online class? Answer is yes. As long as your visa application being submitted, you're registered, then you can start your program.
And back to the topic about a drop, there is no academic break. After each semester finishes, there will be time. You may have a week off, but that's not a break. That's just time in between semesters. There's no such thing as an academic break, and there's no drop.
There's a question here on how to access tutoring service. So like we had mentioned, once the tutoring service is up and running, you'll receive an email from your advisor on how you can sign up. So please make sure you're checking your email inbox for that email from your advisor.
All right, I see most of the questions we probably answer for the students. The rest of the questions are most likely repeated. And we understand due to time limit, we cannot answer everyone's question, but by the end of this week, our program advisor will be email you with Google timetable, Google Classroom code, along with the welcome email to the Google Classroom. So you can check that email and you can join the Google Classroom by end of this week. So are we doing good, everyone? If okay, with the webinar will be end by 4 minutes.
I will briefly touch on this question. For students who do want to go to the gym, I actually see Amanda's answering it. So Amanda, please go on and type the answer. We do have a partnership with LA Fitness. You guys can check that out on the internet since you have the internet. You are able to get a membership with LA Fitness. You will have access to 4 different locations. Once you arrive in Canada, you can ask one of your advisors. Like I keep saying, please take advantage of your advisors. Go to them for information. You will be able to sign up for a membership at LA Fitness, which gives you access to the facilities. And yes, so there is a fitness facilities for you guys to use. I just want to briefly touch on this quickly. Terry did mention this earlier, so I will repeat it. You do have access to the entire Microsoft suite on your college SIS account. That's why it is important you log into your My SIS account. You have access to Microsoft Word, Microsoft Office, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft PowerPoint, all of the Microsoft suite applications.
Again, so I see students do ask where's the webinar, the questionnaire. That will be in your email, either college email or personal email, which registrar sent you on April 29. We call work on email, where you find the Zoom information, this webinar information. There will be a green button. There's a hyperlink. You can click the link to get the questionnaire, the student survey.
all international students, just to touch on this, are required to have health insurance. Included in your tuition is a health insurance fee. So once you arrive to Canada, you will have access to health insurance.
And one more thing, this webinar is recorded and we can put on our YouTube channel under Acumen. So you can log into our channel and you can see this webinar upload. I hope by tomorrow. I think so. So if the question you have the questions, you can rewatch this webinar to have your question resolved. I see it's a thumbs up, and it's really our pleasure to talking to you all and provide you information. Again, if you do have information need to ask, you can feel free send us an email to our admission email, registration email, or your program advisor. We'll be happy to assist you with your questions. All right, we're going to turn off this webinar, and we hope we'll see you in September.